the Couch Co-op. We're back. And we're here to shoot the fucking shit. Who's on the couch?
Jason!
Brad.
A newbie!
And...
Oh boy, I'm Jared.
Woo! And we got Aaron. Just don't fart. That's all I. Please. Just don't fart. All right.
He's deep in some gold.
Oh,
mix.
he's fully loaded on
I'm
magic.
in the zone right now.
So, one thing we like to do on the Shoot the Shit episodes, and since we got a couple people that haven't been on, you haven't been on a Shoot the Shit episode yet.
No, I haven't.
So one of the things we like to do is we like to kind of go origins. So like, what was your first console? How did you get into video games? We'll start with Jason.
Oh. Well, wait. My first console that I personally owned?
Well, if it was a family console. But like, how did you get into video games hardcore? Like what?
Okay. So, yeah, we go way back to my childhood years, and I wasn't allowed to have the video games.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
You're one of those kids.
We're
not going over to Jason's house tonight, guys. We're going. Let's go over to Jared's. He's got all the consoles.
I was encouraged to go play outside, you know. But then when I was like 13, I was given a Super Nintendo and a copy of Final Fantasy III.
And then you learned better.
Yeah, and I played a lot of video games, but you see, the thing is, it was very shortly after I got my first me
Well done,
Super
videographer.
Nintendo console, and started getting a bunch of games for that and playing it all the time. Then I discovered Girls.
Wait,
Which was a
Super Nintendo?
Well, yeah, that was my favorite Super Nintendo game. It was called Girls. You used the Super Scope 6.
Check him out at the neighbor's yard.
No, it was just a giant phallus.
No, but this is a Final Fantasy. Is that was your first game? Is this what is this?
Well,
kind of is that your love of Final Fantasy because of this game? You think? Somewhere in you psychologically is this is
No,
because
no,
we're not going to get into that.
Well, no, it's fine. It's just
We all know you hate
chicken
Final
or
Fantasy.
egg, chicken or egg kind of thing, you know. But it was like I really enjoyed video games, but I was always playing them at friends' house, or like I'd go over to my cousin Justin's house, and he had like Double Dragon, he had an NES, you know, and like, you know, friends had old Commodores and stuff, and like certain aunts and uncles had Ataris, so like I would play all of the old classic stuff like pre-Super Nintendo, but Super Nintendo when I was 13 was the first console that I got. It was mine, and I had gone over to my cousin Justin's house to spend like the last half of the summer, and he had a Super Nintendo, and he had Final Fantasy II. And he had that one that was just 2-player where you were at the bottom of Mystic
Quest.
Mystic Quest.
Yeah, that was a terrible game.
Mystic Quest.
I loved it when I was 10.
It.
I loved it when I was 10. I tried to replay it. No, terrible.
No?
It's like He-Man.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. But no, Mystic Quest, Final Fantasy II. I played those like that summer, and then Final Fantasy III, actually 6.
Fucking Brit dude over here.
You're bringing the class to the show,
your
are you?
farts even have a British accent. You're like, oh?
Where were you?
Okay, so yeah, I'm playing Final Fantasy II and Mystic Quest over at my cousin's house. Beat them, loved them. Final Fantasy 3, 6. Really, came out.
Game.
Yeah, came out over here, and that was the first game that I owned. And I didn't pay much attention to video games after that. Like I got a half dozen, but like I said, I discovered Girls and coffee shops, and like I just had better shit to do when I was a kid. And then years later, it was like I think it was like my senior year.
He stopped fucking girls.
I had enough. My balls were like, no more girls, Jason. We can't take it right now.
No.
So he got a
If only.
64.
No, it was,
You look at this place now and it's all video games, but when he was a child, it was just all naked women on the shelves. Just naked women.
yeah. It was like a creepy collection of mannequins. I'm a child of the 80s. I love the game.
What?
Game. We're stuck on games. I was going to say the movie Mannequin.
Oh, mommy, yes.
Who the fuck was in there?
I don't remember. I've seen this. I've seen both of them.
I've seen them both too. I don't remember them.
I am
Nobody's.
I am
Nobody's.
90% sure that even though I thought that chick was super hot in the 80s, I wouldn't find her even remotely attractive
No,
now.
probably not.
She like the mermaid.
No,
hair,
she's still
didn't
hot.
Is she?
Molly Ringwald's still hot.
Oh, that's arguable.
Banter from
Yeah.
me.
That's arguable.
We're not talking about video games.
Brad, let's go with you. How'd you video games? You.
My first system was an Atari 2600.
Yes.
And it was E.T.
Oh, that's the first game I bought.
And I was
As a
in love
kid,
ever since.
I had a bunch of games that came with my Atari.
Yeah?
I got a bunch of games that came with my Atari, but the first game I bought for the Atari 2600 was E.T. I was a kid, as a little kid.
Yeah.
Like, I want that one.
No, my stepdad brought it home.
Seriously, why didn't that game come with Happy Meals rather than throwing them in the desert?
But as a kid, I didn't think it was that bad.
There's a
little
documentary
kid.
getting filmed right now.
Well, supposedly.
No. This is in the news today. I
really?
read this morning. They've got funding. They're doing it. They're going to do a dig for the.
Well, I thought they weren't going to let him in, though. I thought they decided that
No,
the
they're
dumpster
in.
people. Oh, they're in?
They're in.
I thought there was like some safety health issues that they weren't going to let them dig it up.
I played E.T. And I didn't understand what was going on.
But it was fun.
I don't think anybody did.
I didn't either, but I thought it was fun.
No, it was terrible. It was
I thought it was
terrible.
fun
It was
as a
terrible.
kid.
And I was going to give up on video games. I probably would have done well in school or something if it wasn't for the fact that he had 4 other games on that. I was like, oh, this boat game's great. Frogger, I could do this for hours.
Yeah.
I'm like 7. Frogger.
It's fun. Well, it's kind of fun. It would give give your attention to it for a few minutes, and then you were kind of like, meh.
But then my parents got divorced. And,
It's always good, actually, for a kid.
I'm going to bring this down to a lifetime.
In a sense. For
movie.
video game wise?
No, no. So the Atari went away. And I didn't touch video games again until my neighbors across the street got an NES, and I played the original Mario Brothers, which I think is the first video game to ever have a story. I could be wrong.
Asteroid
I don't
has
know.
a pretty clear story.
Aliens are invading
Blow
Saba.
shit up.
Space invaders are coming at you. You got to kill them.
But I was sucked into that, man. Mario was the shit. And I think that's why today I still will buy everything that he's on, including the bad ones.
Do you own Mario and Sonic at the Olympics?
Yeah.
He's the one!
The Sochi thing?
Yeah,
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Mario Tennis?
God, what disposable income you have?
The 64. Mario Tennis on the N64.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, let's not go here right now.
Yeah.
I know you want to talk about the Wii U, but we're going to wait on that for a second. And another thing we like to ask the guys,
All right.
currently, favorite game of all time. Boom.
Oh, fuck.
All time. What
Yeah,
is
good,
the game?
good luck, Jason.
What is the game?
Good luck.
Thank you, wow.
What?
Well, you're new. The versions, I gotta fucking fuck you hard. So
You can't
Like-
pick genre. It has to be favorite game
the game.
of all time.
Come on, there must
Can
be
you
a
comment
game.
me first before you do that?
Hey, you know what? Everyone
luck with
else,
that.
everyone else is able to answer.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty much everyone else has been able to
It
answer.
changes. It's like you asked me my
Yeah,
favorite
but there's
record.
gotta
right now. I have
come
no
on. There's
idea.
gotta be one.
Favorite
But there's a game that
game.
defines you, right? Come on.
Favorite game
Well,
of
you
all
Metal Gear?
time.
Metal Gear
Metal
Solid
Gear
2.
for you?
Metal Gear, but I can put it down to Metal Gear Solid 2.
Okay, you answer first. I'm gonna think.
You got.
Fuck, favorite game of all time.
I gotta think about what game would I
You're
play
asking me
over
what my
and over
favorite
again.
child is.
I'm gonna say
But you don't have no
Tetris.
child. So.
That's a safe
What a hard
answer.
question.
No, I don't know. I honestly, oh my god.
You said- oh,
It
man.
used to be Final Fantasy 2, which is 4 actually.
Yeah, I love that game.
Because it really sucked me into the game. I couldn't walk away from it.
That's
It wasn't even
Nintendo,
my
right?
Super
NES?
Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
And I literally I borrowed a copy from my friend and I never gave it back to him. I was like, I'm obsessed with this, and I played it 17 times through. I think. I mean,
I played through
I
it
got
several
all the
times.
tails
Yeah.
and all that, all the extra items. But I don't think I care about it that much
Anymore?
anymore. I'm in my 30s, man. I used to think Bon Jovi was awesome, and that's not true.
Yeah, but
at
there's
all
certain
anymore.
band, there's a band, there's a movie, you guys can't
Timeless,
really quantify
timeless.
it. You can't quantify it.
Oh, I know what my favorite band and my favorite movie are.
But your favorite video game, you can't do it.
I love them all.
It is. No, I understand it.
I
but-
think for me, video games are like women. I change my mind every
But even if you
5
don't
minutes.
play it anymore, even if it's like.
But you still think about it sometimes. Yeah, I know. It's just like dating women. I'm telling you.
It's all right. I mean, if you can't do it, you can't do it. But I mean, they had a lot of.
SNES Mario Kart.
You think so?
Oh, that's good. That's a good answer. That's a
Mario
good
Kart,
answer.
that-
Although I
that
like the
is-
64 one a little bit better, I think.
The game's pretty much the same.
Yeah, no, they're very similar. But I think I felt
It's just very
the
pretty.
controls were a little bit easier to use with the analog stick.
Yeah,
The Rainbow Road was a little.
But maybe it's a
prettier.
moment. You're hanging out with your friends, and it's like it solidifies that moment. They're like, that's the best that game's ever going to be for you. Even if you played it ever again.
Flying Warriors NES. Boom. That's my answer.
Flying Warriors?
Yep. Nope. Nobody here will know it.
I've never heard of it.
Which
I've
makes you
never
feel
heard
like a hipster for saying it.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
All right. My religious upbringing, NES Spiritual Warfare was one of those games that you could only buy at the Christian supply store.
I got that.
But it was awesome. Like,
It was really
seriously,
good.
it was really
I'm
good.
not even a Christian, and I beat every level.
Yeah, like
I-
once you got the pomegranate of the spirit, it was like a scatter shot
Man,
gun.
I have no idea what's going on.
This
I've
is
never
real.
heard of
This
it.
is real.
game
This is real.
This game played
Oh.
like Legend of Zelda.
That's great.
But you had to Mary rode a camel on her way to
And this
carry
is
the
your
baby
favorite
Jesus.
sucking game?
Yeah.
That wasn't spiritual warfare. No, spiritual warfare.
Oh,
like
there's a different Bible game, I'm sorry.
you were in modern cities. It played exactly like the old Legend of Zelda, the original Legend of Zelda, but you were going around saving people by throwing fruit at them.
No, this is the same game I'm talking about.
Yeah, like you
Yeah,
throw apples at them, and then you started with apples, and that was just like it went straight. But then you got the pear, and the pear kind of weaved and could get 3 rows of enemies.
It doesn't work in real life.
This sounds ridiculous.
But then the pomegranate of the spirit, man, it was like a shotgun,
Clearly.
and you could save a lot of
Are
money.
you guys Googling this out there? Because I have no idea what this game is.
Seriously, if you have not played this game, download the emulator. It was actually.
Can we make a
was
drinking night out of
stupid
this?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
to see this game being played.
Yeah.
Aaron, pull that up on the emulator.
I just gotta play.
So,
He's busy getting his ass kicked, so.
Stopped. Get it right.
so now we've gone through that. You got some spiritual warrior, and you were Flying Warriors?
Flying Warriors, yeah.
Mine was actually
Mario Kart. Mario Kart, Flying
No,
Warrior.
Flying
What
Warriors
is Flying Warriors?
was a side-scrolling action game, like ActRaiser or Golden Axe and stuff
Okay,
like that.
okay.
But it also had, it was as far as I know, the first fighting game. You could choose characters from martial arts and fight them. Also, so it was 3 games in one because it would also go into RPG.
Is this an import or is this something?
No, it came out in the United States. It was a Japanese game that they did a really terrible job translating. I mean, you can't follow the storyline at all.
Right.
Well, that's pretty much any NES game.
Yeah, yeah. And it is kind of like He-Man. I've tried to go back and replay it, but let me tell you what, that game when I was 12 lit up my whole fucking world. It was there was no Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. I was I could do all these things.
I'm surprised you guys didn't pick anything more recent. It's crazy.
Okay, there's so much stuff. See,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
can't keep up
problem.
with it. I mean,
is
UFC
that there are
2014. There you go. It's my favorite game. I haven't played it yet. It's my
What's your
favorite game.
this year?
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
No, I understand.
In the last
it's
2
subjective
years.
and difficult. I understand, but that's what this show's about. Putting them on the spot. And stop fucking farting, Dave. Jesus Christ.
Damn it, Dave. Make me look bad. Come on.
Anyway.
I am glad you're not on the couch.
Yeah, right. This shit stinks.
Yeah,
let me
right
tell
before
you.
the camera started
Oh
rolling.
yeah, you were there at Jared's bachelor party. Holy
Right before
fuck.
the camera started rolling, he said he was going to bring class to the show.
Yeah, no,
That's what he meant.
no.
It's like every day he wakes up and eats cabbage for breakfast.
Oh, yeah, with his haggis.
So, let's see, where we at? So another thing I like to ask the guys, just what have you guys been playing lately? We'll just go down to what have you been playing, Jason?
Go ahead and skip me, because same answer from the podcast.
Oh.
Stick of truth.
Stick of truth.
But not everybody listens to the podcast.
Well, you can listen
Well,
to the
that's
podcast.
your
Show, by the way.
fault. If you haven't listened to the podcast,
Kick that!
Yeah. Brad, what have you been playing?
I just bought my Wii U, so I'm engrossed in Zombie U, which I'm gonna give a B score to.
A B.
It's like Resident Evil, and there's lots of cool stuff about it, but.
It's pretty nice though. It's got a lot of negative
I'm having a lot of fun with it, but whatever. I'm playing the new Luigi game, and I'm playing Zelda HD, the Wind Waker.
When are you gonna add me to
I
your?
love Wind Waker.
Well, add my me to your Wii.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's just a weird conversation.
You just asked me out to homecoming.
Wait, are we friends?
I always forget about the social part.
You're
I
on
don't
my
care about trophies.
You're on my show. There's
You
no
know?
trophies in fucking Wii.
No, that's what I mean. Is I don't care about that. When I play video games, if you're not on my couch, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm just one of those gamers. It's like you're gonna have to edit everything I say today. Can you beep? Can you beep?
We don't need
What F?
This is
And fucking,
YouTube.
oh, we swear like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
What are you fucking talking about?
You wouldn't know it's YouTube.
Why would
by
we
the
have
fact
beer
that
on
we
this
record
show?
30-minute shows.
Let's put a black box over this.
It's obviously my first time.
So you play anything else inside the Wii?
I'm playing a lot on my iPad actually.
Oh, a mobile gamer.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you playing on that?
I just downloaded Final Fantasy Dimensions again, and I'm playing through that. I'm at like 80%, collecting all the bullshit tails and everything.
See, it's the same fucking thing. You collect shit in a game. I collect
love it.
trophies
I love it.
from a game. It's not really that much
But I'm not
different.
proving anything to anybody but myself. It's not on display.
True, my ego is on display. You're right.
I'm just gonna collect the tails so I can get that ultimate weapon. By the time I get it, I've done everything and I've got nothing to kill with it.
Yeah.
I'm not a trophy hunter. I'm not a trophy hunter because, like, 40 to 50% of trophies are you're playing a fun game. Now do this unfun thing for 2 hours and we'll give you a reward for it. And that's
real
is
shit right
not
there.
why
That's
I
real shit right
fucking
there.
play video games.
You're right.
I play
I
video
get it.
games to have fun,
You're right.
not to
That's-
repeat
No.
object 2,000 times.
No, that's like watching porno and say, okay, you're jerking off, you're having a great time. Now here's some pictures of fucking ugly dude over here. Now keep jerking off for 2 hours. I promise you, it's gonna be great when you're done.
Brad. Clearly
You're gonna get a trophy.
Clearly, you and I watch porn in different ways. I like to
You
watch
love it
porn.
when that ugly guy comes
No, I
on the
just like to watch
screen.
porn. I don't even jerk off.
I want to know
I just
how
like,
you like
this
watching
is-
porn.
It's
This is
an art.
great
It's an art
start.
form.
Oh,
It's an art form. Yeah.
This is a great angle. Jared, what have you been playing?
I just started Assassin's Creed Black Flag
Does
for
it
my
suck?
PS4.
Does it suck?
My complaint about that so far is the normal Assassin's Creed. I'm chasing assholes down the hallway, and I run up the building when I don't want to.
But how's killing
And I
people? Is
despise
it fun?
Yeah, killing people is still the same exact. Hit square, counter with circle, hit X to push them away. Yeah,
So
they
you're
haven't
enjoying
upgraded
yourself.
it.
Yeah, right.
It's Assassin's Creed. So if you like Assassin's Creed, it's really good. It's actually fun.
How piratey is it?
It looks great. So far, I am not that far in it. Of course, the beginning's kind of piratey, but I just met the main pirates and I got my ship. So, yeah, it's getting there.
Now you're gonna fuck a bitch up. Now you got a ship. You just
Yeah, I got my ship. Now I need to upgrade it. I just upgraded the hull. So that's...
Oh,
I
like
have upgraded on the ship. Yeah, you can upgrade all the hull, the
you can
ramming,
upgrade
the
to-
battery
you
ram,
have
all that
to.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Otherwise, like,
Cannons.
Gran Turismo with boats?
yeah, I did some pretty serious upgrading, and then one time I forgot to use my periscope to kind of like check out the other ship, and I like walked up to this ship, you know, like
Walked up to it, huh? Yeah, wow.
You have to
Hey,
admit that-
Jesus.
Jesus
I do have a Christ complex.
Yeah, right. You're just like, ooh. It's like a Final Fantasy cutscene. Yeah. It's just like,
I'm not sure if that was Final Fantasy or John Wick.
there's no dubs. I don't see any dubs, so it's clearly Final Fantasy.
Okay, so you walked up to the ship, and what
Did the
happened?
boat flip over
I
and go?
walked
You
up
drowned.
to a ship after like
He saw Mobile submarine down below.
After taking out like 3 or 4 of the first ships that I came across, I came up to this other ship, and it wasn't much bigger than the last one that I took out. And then, like, I shot at it, and as soon as I hit it, its health bar came up, and it was like 10 times longer than mine. And it didn't even dent it.
Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
And then it hit me and
You were dead.
took like 80% of my ship's life, and I was like, we're going the other way! I did outrun it.
That's why I don't do online first-person shooter like versus mode.
Yeah, you die
It's
that
like
quick.
I show up and I shoot a guy and he goes, "Fuck you."
Nice noob tube.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Except you forgot the racist part.
Oh.
Or did
Oh
you?
yeah, Black Flag looks wonderful. And
Does it look good?
Yeah, if anybody just wants to witness it, they should definitely do that. Even if they don't like Assassin's Creed, it's something to look at.
Right.
Yeah, it's very pretty. You know, the first island you get your shipwreck on, you land, and
Well,
you're
it
looking
got,
at all
it got
the
better
different
review
colors
scores
and
than the last Assassin's
that.
Creed.
By
so,
far.
So I'm
Yeah.
curious to play it, but...
Yeah, it looks
Generally
great.
speaking, like, okay, I don't know if you guys ever watched the Zero Punctuation.
Occasionally.
yeah.
That dude's really funny. He's
Fantastic.
been crapping all over Assassin's Creed for a long time for all of the reasons that you... No, he's been crapping on Assassin's Creed for all the reasons that you don't like it. And he was like, why the hell would these guys put out another game? It's not like they're gonna come up with a, oh wait, I get to be an awesome pirate? I'm listening. You know?
Yeah. I actually like the character in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
I think it's a great game series. I just wish they would spend more time perfecting the game.
I
That's
would,
my
they're glitchy.
only-
I would
They're
rather
glitchy.
have one better game every other year.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't understand. They just want the money. They just want to milk us. But like, at some point, we're just gonna be like, we're done.
Oh, you mean
The next
corporation?
Assassin's Creed will be
Corporation.
by the time I
They
beat
want-
this
Yeah, but
thing.
Rockstar's not like that.
That's weird.
No, yes they are.
When was that? No. When did 4 come out?
Yeah, no, they're great games. They spend more time than Ubisoft.
And when did 5
does.
come out?
You're right.
That's what I'm saying. I know they're a big corporation, but they're at least dedicated to quality versus. I'm not saying Grand Theft Auto is my favorite game, but you know you were on the Grand Theft Auto episode.
All
but
the
I'm going to
sandbox
say that
games are glitchy though.
wow, Grand Theft Auto is not that glitchy.
No, like I've heard, I haven't played 5 yet. I'm gonna be honest with you.
5 is
I've heard nothing but
pretty
amazing.
fucking smooth. it's pretty badass.
I've been trying.
It's badass.
Can I go back to your story? I've been trying to see girls. I know the second that cartridge goes, cartridge. I called it cartridge.
Brad.
It goes into the.
Brad,
cool.
I'm not gonna.
There's girls in the game. No.
I'm in.
And you're
If you're watching porn, then it doesn't matter. Anyway.
No,
so,
it does. It does.
So let's see. I didn't mention this on the podcast, but I just beat Ico. And so, Brad,
took
earlier.
me 10 years.
Brad, I think it's Ico.
It's
Well,
Eco.
I think it's Ico.
You know,
I don't
you know, we call it IKEA here on the West Coast,
Oh,
but everywhere else they
Jesus
call
Christ.
it IKEA. I'm just saying, is
I
maybe
think
he's
it's
right.
Ico.
I had that conversation with Elena's
Because
dad.
Eco is
Yeah.
Echo
She
the
was
dolphin.
like, back in America,
And
do
that's
they have
2
Ikea?
C's.
Echo
No,
with an E.
we definitely
Yeah,
did not
and
have
Ico has
that.
an I.
They also don't have ICO, I don't think.
Anyway, whatever the game is called, I finally beat it for the first time. I got the HD collection. I never played it on PS2.
How'd it
I know
go?
you were making fun of me, but I never.
It took you 10 years.
It took me 10 years, and then it took me like 7.5 hours
We're
to beat
playing Wind Waker.
Yeah.
it. No, the main
Again.
reason I decided to play it was because it was a guilty thing that I hadn't beaten Shadow of the Colossus yet, and so I decided like, well, before I beat that game, I'm going to play their first game first. That
I've still never played it.
And so, and we talked at the podcast like how frustrating the game can be. Like some of the controls are kind of frustrating, and like the AI is kind of frustrating. But the story and the world is, and at the end is so worth it. So I think it makes up for what the game kind of lacks in like the polish of it. But I really enjoyed the game. I don't know if you guys ever played it, but
Nope.
No, it's
Demo.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
it's a beautiful, and especially in the HD, they like totally like cleaned it all up, and it's like you walking across this giant castle, and it's just like it's epic, and it's just like I don't know. So I I give that game probably like a B plus A minus. It's in there. It's pretty good.
Okay,
A little bit
so
of emotional, but
while we're talking about that company,
Last Guardian.
where the fuck is The Last Guardian?
Yeah, it's not-
is
that's
is
never-
it gone?
No,
Like, is
No,
it
but
completely
Sony
gone?
But
won't
they're
say
never
it's
gonna talk
gone.
about it again.
but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Maybe the end of the PS4 life cycle. Maybe we'll see.
Hey,
It looked
they
interesting.
show up right when people stop buying.
Amazon still shows its
No, that means
release
the
date is
PS3 game's
December
coming
30th
due out, and
of
he
this
did.
year.
It might. I mean, the creator of that game, he left the developer,
Yeah.
and he's on his own. So he's like a freelance.
So
Guy.
there's a hot game coming out to the pirate market any day now.
So who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? That was like an early on tease too with the PS3. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this game's gonna happen, and it just, yeah.
The early shots looked cool.
Yeah.
It took them
Can
like
you
7
imagine?
years.
I want it.
They've been working on the game this whole
I
that
mean-
whole generation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
hey,
they must have something. I mean, what must that game be about? You know?
there's worse than that. I mean, seriously,
Well,
where
yeah.
the fuck is my Kingdom Hearts game?
Oh wow.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Not
That's
on
coming.
a handheld.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming.
They
later
announced
this
that
year.
though for PS4.
Well, they have to wait until they can put all the Star Wars stuff in it now.
Come
right?
on,
Indiana
really? Are you
Jones.
really etching for that? I mean, the
Yes.
first one was good, but the second one wasn't that great.
No, it was
Dude,
good.
if
It
you
was
were
good.
like
Oh.
if you were 8 years old when the second one came out, you can vote now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It skipped an entire generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
I'm in my
honestly,
mid-30s now. I was in my early
You liked it that
20s
much?
when that game came
I
the
was
out.
pretty
glory
much
of
done. I
that
was
series, the
done.
glory of that series has been murdered by both time and a bunch of hashed out, shitty, portable titles.
Yes.
Well, you played the HD remake,
I
right?
did.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
One
It's a
and-
great
1
series.
and 2 were wonderful.
Yeah.
Didn't they have
It's
like
like,
some DS?
You don't
or-
like Mickey Mouse?
Assassin's Creed can flog the hell out of that
No,
dead
no.
horse.
I think the game. No, those games are really solid and rock solid.
Yeah.
But the second one, it wasn't as interesting. That first one was so awesome.
But the story is really fun, honestly. And the second one wasn't that much of a disappointment.
I didn't think it was
I think it was a disappointment, but
Yeah.
I just wasn't as into it. I guess maybe I was beyond it.
I got to
that
run
point.
around and hang out with Tron.
I think Metal Gear Solid 2 came out and you didn't care.
I don't know. It was probably 3 at that point, actually.
No.
Ian's got his hater pants on.
I have to
I
have
actually-
my,
I'm actually
I
thinking
have,
about
I
it
have
right
to
now.
have,
It was
I have to
fun,
have
too.
my hater pants on. I think that's why they watch it. It's like, that guy's an asshole. Keep watching.
He's our troll.
Our very own troll sitting on the couch.
No, I don't think the game was bad. I don't know. I don't think of it as fondly as the first one. I think that first one was so like awesome. And the second one was like, just kind of more the same, and it didn't really. I don't know. It didn't really change much for me. So
That's fair.
the
Give it up.
There's
Look
an
at
ass
that.
crack, ass crack in the shot, ass
There
crack in
you
the
go.
shot.
That's a pornography at this point. So I know that Brad wanted to talk about the Wii U a bit.
Well, I don't want to just talk about the Wii U.
You want to talk about the hate that this show has towards the Wii U?
No, everybody hates the Wii U, and I want to throw it out there. I
could've done that.
know that almost everybody in this room is excited about Mario Kart coming out. Almost everybody in this room.
I am. I don't even know the Wii.
But see, my thing is the Wii U is a fantastic system.
Beep beep.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it comes down to a console's only as good as the software on it.
Yep.
You know, the people can argue all day about how the PlayStation 4 is full HD and the Xbox One is not as
quite
good, not quite.
full HD.
But it comes down to is Xbox will win the battle if they put out better games than PS4. That's all. In a story. And the Wii U really is only a first party system right now, unless you're Capcom. I guess they're still making games for them. And it's kind of frustrating because it is a fantastic system. There's great games on it, and I kind of think that the media shitting on them is kind of killing an awesome good time that we could be having right now.
I'm still curious.
It's not the media's fault. I mean, I watch the hell.
Man,
No, I watch the hell out of video game media. I was watching Nintendo's press conference
I think it's
live took the day off to watch that press conference
And it was
live
awesome.
when they unveiled the Wii U. And at the end of that press conference, I didn't know if the Wii U was a controller for the Wii,
right?
Or whether it was a new console.
They even have commercials.
I didn't know.
They even have commercials now. They have commercials currently. They're like, the Wii U is an upgrade. They're saying it's an upgrade.
No, it's a whole new system
It's a
that
whole
you
new
can use
system,
your old
exactly.
Wiimotes on. That's the only thing they should have been clarified. New system, Wiimotes still work.
They should have changed the name, I think.
But at the end
too,
of
maybe.
the end of that unveiling press conference, I wasn't sure if there was a new console.
Right.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's
They screwed the
Nintendo's
pooch
fault.
on that.
And,
Maybe,
I even think like Nintendo's current their stance where they're trying to make it. They're trying to turn it into this health thing. This whole
Or the Wii Fit and everything. Snowboarding.
There's all this different thing they're trying to have. They're gonna try and have a way where it takes your heart rate and all this stuff, and it's like no one wants that. Just make Mario Kart have some kind of tablet. Use this, Nintendo. You created this goddamn fucking.
It's cool and
peripheral.
nobody wants to use it.
Design games around this. Donkey Kong didn't use this. Mario Kart barely using this. You need to use this fucking. What's the point of having this in the console? You might as well take this out of the console and charge like $200 for it.
It's just increasing my electric bill at this
Right.
point.
It's like why are you using it?
I guess if I was like a soccer football fan and I wanted to do plays without my people on the couch seeing me doing it, then like the Dreamcast.
Right.
This is basically a upgrade to the Dreamcast.
I think it's a slick system.
Yeah, no,
I'm not
It's a nice
against
VMU right
it, but I just
Yeah.
no one. What's the point? I could have just had a controller and I could play all these games.
Yeah.
My point though
you're
is
not wrong.
it has so much potential, and I just want I desperately want
I want to like
people
it too.
to go buy it so that developers will make for it. That's end of story. I want people to buy this goddamn system.
Game makers keep attempting to innovate through technology, and
This was a reaction, though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This wasn't innovation. This was
But-
a reaction.
But it's not even a double. You can only use one finger on it.
Well,
You can't-
Nintendo has
But it-
made
but it-
their fame off of controllers, though. They invented the original NES controller, which blew the market up. They were the first ones to put shoulder buttons on.
But there's no innovation here. There's a turn like when you're like no, it doesn't.
No. I get what you're saying. It's a great idea. They weren't the first to the boat. They
It was a reaction.
Yeah.
I think it was a reaction.
yeah.
okay, but here's the thing about that, and this has been happening for some time, and I feel like last generation Nintendo made a shit ton of money off yet again. Innovating the controller.
Yeah.
So they attempted to do that again. Like, Nintendo made buckets full of money off of the Wiimote, which added motion.
They can flop for two more
but
systems.
to respond to that,
And it was fun.
But to respond
it was
to that-
fun. No, hold on. Let me finish. And it was fun. But they tried to follow that, and on a certain level, like other companies have tried to follow that.
Right.
Before they put this out, the Vita came out, and it had a touch screen on the front and the back, and I was supposed to be super excited about that.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a goddamn thing to do with it, except for the fact that when I bought my Uncharted. When I bought my Uncharted game for the
actually bought
Vita,
that?
and it was a great game. I was having a fun time playing Uncharted, and then they just kind of like crowbarred some bullshit into it, forcing me to use. They were like, "Oh, we found a gravestone. Take
Scratch.
a rubbing."
No,
so
but-
I had to like sit there with my finger and rub it all
It
the way
doesn't
across
enhance
the
the game.
screen.
But what I'm
Doesn't
saying
enhance
is, what I'm
the
saying,
This is what we were saying about Kinect.
Yep.
but like let's talk about this. Let's really talk about the Wii for a second. I mean, yeah, they innovated a controller, and it brought a million people that
freaked
don't
out.
play games.
Everybody was like masturbating to the idea of lightsaber battles.
But hardcore gamers, what games did they actually innovate, like an actual game beyond what that controller, the gimmick of it was?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Exactly. So like, that's what I'm saying. It's like if they had followed through with that,
Yeah.
maybe the Wii would have been. I mean, obviously it was hugely successful, but it was hugely successful not with hardcore gamers,
No.
with casual gamers, and that's what they were trying to do again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of money in casual gaming.
Yeah, there is.
But they
There
got their
is.
Wii.
You
but
have
they
an
got their
Android
fucking
phone, right?
Wii, and it's like it's got a Wii
But those
U.
games
and,
are free or 99 cents.
But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the video game interface was perfected with the 360 and PlayStation 3 controllers.
well, it's always
It's
going to be
everything
that.
you want. I don't want to wave my hand
Right,
instead of
right,
pressing
right.
a button.
Don't wanna
I
wave
don't want to
another
say
thing.
a word instead of pressing a button.
Oh, I'm okay with the verbal commands if they get them to work properly. If it's Star Trek and I go Earl
But they're
Grey
still
hot,
not working quite yet.
Fucking Earl Grey tea pops up in front of me. Awesome. But until then, leave it the fuck out of my
I'd
life.
still rather walk up and press a button that
That would
says
be on the
Earl Grey.
Xbox 2.
Is that TWO? Or?
Yeah, TWO.
Okay.
Xbox 2.
Because they're really good. Have you ever noticed Microsoft can't count?
Well, I was hoping it was. I was hoping it
They
was
went
gonna be.
from
I was hoping it was
360
going to be. Well, I hope it was going to be Xbox 1080.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because like,
Yeah.
you know, it's only 720.
It'll be the upgrade.
I got to keep doing that joke. Anyway.
Well, I thought I had about the controller revolution. You know, we brought the Wii controllers and all that. People really loved playing bowlings, and that brought it all to like retirement homes. People made their own bowling leagues and
That
stuff like
was
that.
fun as hell.
But
Yeah.
what I thought with
For
the
a
new
while.
virtual reality
Wii
thing is
Sports-
how many of
well,
these
the new-
handicapped people are going to shove one of those things on their head and actually enjoy this cool stuff just by waggling a couple of sticks around with their mask on with the Project Morpheus. Are those going to end up in retirement homes too? That'd be cool.
No, but the VR, the VR is more interesting.
it is.
I think the VR
Arrogant
is.
Bastard or Pilsner?
Pilsner, please. They get free beer on the show.
It's for sale.
How much is this going for, Jason, Mr. Wolford?
I want $5,000 for it.
$5,000, and you can be a lucky owner of a Bardis.
Oh,
Remember, that's
Someone taught me
the
easy.
part.
It's kind of one of a fucking kind, so.
For now, I'm making another one after I sell it.
Make the Bill and Ted one, the phone booth one.
Yeah.
yeah.
So much money.
And
Seriously.
you pull it from the phone. Never
Phone?
mind.
No, we talked about this. I wanted
Yeah.
to make one for my
Yeah, we were gonna
garage.
make one
we were
for
gonna make
you, yeah.
Ian, but I was like, I just don't.
Can
It
you
just-
dress up like Rufus and we'll take some photos?
I'm not. I'm more like a Keanu fucking Reeves than Rufus.
I'd rather
What are
have
you
you be
talking
Rufus.
about?
We're gonna go dig up George Carlin in a grave and like. Anyway, are we done with the Wii?
It's okay. I'm in my mid-30s now.
What
I
game
can
are you
be
looking
Carlin.
forward to right now?
On the Wii?
Anything.
Anything.
I'm asking you because you've asked us all.
Watch Dogs!
Yeah.
No, I'm not looking
yeah.
for Watch Dogs.
Destiny.
Honestly,
Destiny.
I'm looking forward to Destiny and Metal Gear Solid 5: Phantom Pain.
Maybe
Of
we'll
course
get
you
Dave
are.
over here behind the camera to buy a PS4 for
He's
Destiny.
looking for Watch Dogs. He wants to give more money to Ubisoft.
I do.
What do you want?
I'm giving Ubisoft more money too. I want Child of Light.
Oh, Child.
Yeah,
Light.
Child
Yeah.
You love the shit out of Rayman.
Yeah.
I love Rayman.
Ubisoft makes a
They
quality.
do.
I love
game.
Far
Ubisoft.
Cry. Far Cry.
Yeah. You love Blood
Assassin's-
Dragon.
Yeah, Blood Dragon. And they're new. They haven't announced a new one.
Ubisoft
Far Cry.
is cracking out some good shit. And for Child of Light, they've got Yoshitaka Amano doing all the artwork.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually hand painted. Instead of him
No,
just
you
drawing the
showed
cover.
me. You showed me the trailer.
Instead of him
Every-
just drawing the artwork in the booklet and then having you disappointed when it doesn't look like that in the
Every
game.
piece of dialogue is going to be poetry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And they're
I'm
stealing.
really interested.
It's a
No, he showed me the
side-scrolling.
Plus, they make all those Tom Clancy.
Nobody cares. No one cares.
Thank you all for laughing at that.
We're all fairly drunk right now.
There's like a war veteran
They're
watching the show
not
who loved
good.
everything about this until right now.
Right now. What are you looking forward? What are you looking forward to, Jared?
I already said Destiny.
Destiny.
I really
Okay.
want Destiny. But actually, the next thing, I hope it comes out before Destiny, is Diablo 3 for the PS4. It comes with all the stuff that's come out for the PC at this point, and it has those awesome controller.
It's actually a lot
Yeah,
more
it
fun.
felt
I mean, we
real
played the
on
demo.
PS3.
We had like a lot of fun playing
Yeah.
just the couch co-op actually
It
together.
was wonderful, but the
it was
PS4 version is going to look way better. It's going to have the same controls. I'm guessing it'll have some stuff with the touchpad, and it comes with the latest pack that just came out.
Are you all you guys
DLC.
PS4 at this point?
I haven't picked mine up yet.
Pictures.
Yeah, that's why I've been enjoying my Wii U.
But you two guys are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, though I've messed with it a little bit, but I'm still just trying to wrap it up with PS3.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I went
still
for
got
the
a lot to play
awesome
with my
PS4.
I mean,
yeah, I've still
how
got
many games have
half a
been
dozen
released since
games.
launch? PS4 is like not very many games have come out since
well,
launch.
quite a bit, and like quite a bit of indies too. If you like and Plus and stuff.
If you
Okay,
like
that's
indie
fair.
stuff,
That's fair.
yeah.
But I'm just saying is like
'Cause
basically
Xbox
the
are-
system came out and they had a bunch at launch, and then like nothing came out for like months.
And Infamous came out. I mean, Xbox
Until
is
just now.
Xbox's only real big game at this point is Titanfall, and they're
Yeah.
getting a pretty big negative backlash from that game.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that just love the Call of Duty, but there's some people like it's just this Call of Duty, and that game was never supposed to be a next gen title. It was going to be a 360 title.
Yeah.
And they just upscaled it
Yeah,
and
I
released
can
on.
tell.
It just looks like the Call of Duty.
It's kind of the
looks like a last gen.
Yeah. So, and there's
Is
some people
anybody-
that are upset about it.
Has anybody played Second Son yet?
Yeah,
Jared's
I
beat it.
Really?
I
It's-
love
it looks
yeah,
really
yeah,
good,
yeah.
too.
Jason
It's-
played over here on this
Yeah,
TV.
he
that's
brought
right.
it over the other
That
day.
was
It's
wonderful.
gorgeous.
That and then a UFC gamer, what's going to make me buy my PS4 before I can afford to actually
So
buy one.
excited.
That's what I'm waiting. I have to get married, so I can't buy one right now.
Hey,
Yeah, my girlfriend lives 5,000 miles away. She won't yell.
we were talking about RPGs on the last episode, and we all loved the hell out of Skyrim, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Is anyone gonna play?
Oh, I want to. Elder Scrolls?
If
Yeah,
it didn't
is-
have a subscription, yes.
Oh. I would pay the subscription. but I
That's
don't-
not a deal breaker.
Yeah, it's not due breaker
That
for
is
me.
for me.
I would play it, but I don't have a system right now. But I would
Yeah.
totally. I hear great reviews. I hear it's pretty much just Skyrim, and then you
Yeah.
run into people.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, great, I can just be with
Yeah.
myself and do my shit, and then
Yeah.
I can play with my friends too. So it's like, I don't have to rely on MMO type, dungeons and shit. So
Can you
I
build
am
up on it
feeling-
and everything?
I don't know.
I am feeling
think
all
it-
over that.
Everything builds
maybe.
up the same way as Skyrim did.
Yeah.
Is what I am led to believe.
Okay.
I hear it's awesome, but I might not have it for a while. So
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit, but
I'll give it a little bit and see what happens. But yeah, I can't afford monthly subscriptions on top of all the other stuff I like to buy and acquire.
It's coke.
I mean, that's what, $15 or $16 a month. Yeah, totally. My budget.
It's a lot.
those glass bottles are just so wonderful.
he likes the Mexican shit.
Yeah, the Mexican shit.
thick cock but short length. So it's like- anyway, what the hell? Anyway, and you guys, anything else? Anything else? What do you got? Nothing
Well,
else?
I
Jared's got something.
last week
Because we got to wrap up soon.
I introduced a game to game night, and I was really disappointed with the response that everybody had
Castle
with
Crashers?
it. Towerfall Ascension was a
Oh.
game I was really excited about to introduce to game night because it's simple, old 16-bit style,
It was
battle arena kind of a
fun-ish.
game,
It was
4-player,
fun-ish.
and nobody wanted to play it.
It's so
Nobody wanted to
it's
fucking
so
play the
retro
game,
looking.
and it's so fun.
Yeah.
And everybody on every other podcast or YouTube video that you've ever seen has said this game is the most amazing thing ever, and
Nobody
yeah,
liked it?
all my friends were like, "This is stupid. This is the PS4. This is all
I
it can
didn't
do."
say that. I didn't say that. I played it a couple times. I had a good time, but no one else.
You should probably know that we're all incredibly negative people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very negative. and the sad thing is,
We're from Portland.
I can't play the game online because it's not an online game, and I bought it for game night, and nobody wants to play it, so I just wasted $15.
We hate everything until we like it.
I bought Rumble Roses. It could be worse.
Hey, we've played it more than once. All right, that's all I had. I was just gonna bitch about that.
Alright.
But it's a fun game. You should try it if you have friends that would actually play a local co-op game with you. That's awesome.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
Cheers!
Cheers.
hey.
Probably our longest episode of all time.
All right.
Thanks for being on Couch Co-op, and we'll see you guys
See you next time.
See ya.